miigwech naga dana Kobe, how dan finagan Sarah Johnson and kagwejum goyang bangi jogwe nag tuyanga hi baba sagsigewan square dancing mi dugain khadek baba sagsigewan square dancing ajgadek bangi kagwe kin magiang men keni non dra kendamang awe ha kagwejma my friend do them Celina Reitberger giving a Fiji such kinamong do skunik he babaks bausak on square dance mi kagwejum goyang bangi jnak tuang mohing on TV video jab da he utskuni ukinamage utskuni un jab stwat gewnwa to we kagwe gatsit namad we nimun Kikendavan ban kenin when bangin kendan mawjegin tanim nanong ban weskat kabitsinu ga tanim mag stay aunu ga hing kwet kyod nung de hing webakwe kingfisher maskradi dug keun mawjin tanim mag kam hing mawj mag segis ganan kenim nanong kakhne nimwat mawch mnin daw kanim nanong gayon gil kam nanong gaya migenin mga gayon gats naman bangi sinimyan gawam daman egot skenin wet bangin debkendan wet san lake kagin tawyan san lake egwa mago ni ma jako pagwanda bakhoz ni mag banad ge wakay ganang mawg binja wakay ganang kiznim nanon gamok segis gag nanda ni bank ekilab nanong miwe egotske eminendagok egotske hi kuya smadzon goya manj wichi gotsahi ante kadegen exercise gajgadek mawad suminitavan miwe kenin bangies kendaman kabachino go mstayo ischigeo goeta nimag kiwed na goeta miwe kenin bangiwe okhitian ego chawe Celina Reitberger gawin banginga goetma jikedet joem chugoziut jikedet so
Nikwich I have been square dancing since I was 6 years old, and if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's been a very popular activity in our communities for a very long time, and I know I've been to square dances at the Kakegamic conferences where we square danced. It was like a dance-off, and we danced, and it was finally the last team standing, and it was a hot summer night, but it was lots of fun. It's lots of fun. My good friend Vernon Morris, who's from Muskrat Dam, tells a story of how in the Christmas time all of the trappers would come back and they'd all park outside the community hall, and they'd go in and they'd square dance for 7 days, the whole length of the Christmas holidays. And they would also take time out to, have circles if people needed to talk about their relationships or solve some problems. But it was a really important time. The jigging is another important component of this, and everybody tends to have their own personal style. So you start small, but then you add more and more steps as you watch how other people do it. So if you can walk, you can jig. Now on the James Bay coast, the places like Attawapiskat, they do a lot of jigging, and I've seen some of the elders jig, and they're fantastic. And the jigging and the square dancing originated with the settlers, so it would have been the Scottish people. And now the Scottish people are coming back to the Mushkegowuk communities to learn how to relearn how to jig and square dance as that interest is rekindled. But it's now a part of our culture, and I think it's an important part of our culture, and we are looking to the youth to help revive that practice. Miigwech.
Yes, and it's amazing. There's so many dancers out there, the Inuit up there, and you do YouTube, and I wouldn't even consider myself a beginner. That's just how much talent there is.
Oh, I know.
But I love dancing, just like Celina. It's fun, it's energetic, get to meet people, get to sweat, good exercise.
Well, we had a dance up in Kakegamic. Do you remember that? Not Kakegamic, I'm sorry, Pewanik.
Yeah.
And it was their new school, and we did our show, and then I think we had about 60 dancers from the community, and we were doing duck and dive.
Us?
Yeah.
Oh, Fort Severn.
Fort Severn,
Yes,
right.
Fort
He's got
Severn.
a better memory than me.
Yes.
Anyway, the whole community came out, and they were all involved, and it
Yes.
was just such a great
We had almost
experience.
like a round dance, square
Yes.
dance. There was like 75.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
the whole gym.
Yeah.
And just to move kids, yeah, it's fun, and it's a lot of fun. Mawajmanindavan. Celina Reitbergers are from Fort William First Nation, but when I was working for KO in the past, we called upon her through Goyce.
Yes, I was working for Anishinaabe
as
Asking
a
Legal
caller, and
Services.
she's been doing that for some time, so just
Well,
wanted
I
to
can talk a bit
that.
about that history.
Okay.
When I came to work as the executive director at Anishinaabe Asking Legal Services, Goyce came to see me and said, "We need to do something with the kids." And I said, "Well, how about square dancing?" So he says, "Okay, find a caller." So I found one caller. He didn't work out. I got a phone call from Goyce. Fire the caller.
Yeah.
So we had another caller, and then he didn't work out. So I eventually had to become the caller. So I taught myself to call square dances. And we started in about 2011, and we were on the Winter Road
Yes.
almost every year
Yep.
until, well, I retired in 2017, may have gone in 2018 as well.
Yep.
But we've gone to all the KO communities on the Winter Road and had a great time. And the students who were in our troupe were very, very good. They practiced hard, and they were an inspiration to everyone else. So I guess the message I want to give to you today is, if you can walk, you can jig.
Yes.
So we start off walking, and you'll notice that you sort of shuffle your foot when you walk and tap your toe or tap your heel. So you'll see that we start walking with the walking only. The next move is the shuffle heel. So you will see it's demonstrated. You sort of brush your foot on the floor and then end up with your heel. This is the two-step. All right, this is a dance that is done normally with couples, but it's basically step, side step together, side step the other way. So left together, step right together. And then you slowly make your way around the floor like you would in any other couples dance. This is the turn. So some people will tend to go to the right, some people will go to the left. If you're really good, you could turn in either direction. And as well, you can also back up. So any movement that helps you cover the floor is something that you're going to want to practice. Okay, straight line or promenade. Although we're not able to do it together under the COVID regulations, a promenade is a couple who are either holding hands or around the waist or the shoulder and walking in a straight line, but doing a jigging step as they go.
Mm-hmm. It's a promenade. This promenade dance is a team dance or a group dance, right?
Yes. And it's also part of a square dance.
Yeah. Okay, we got no as a history bangi women can you know the can the manga he about half sex on square dance. So jab the he go can the mound uskat zaga which school you work. Can you watch go got the march margin in the can watch the knock the march on kai school ni ha school ni ga banu jisak. He was back up to me which the name KO, Sarah Johnson, we got William Wang,
I remember, move those feet.
Move the feet, yeah.